start yoga, get yourself comfortable somewhere, seated. You can be at the edge of your bed with your legs hanging down, or you can be seated in a cross-legged position. And just take a couple deep breaths. Close your eyes, hands on your heart. Settle in, settle in, settle in. With each inhale, bring in newness, as if you were just born in this moment. With each exhale, release the moment and be empty, ready to be born again. Inhale, newness. Be born in this moment. Exhale, releasing the moment into the emptiness, into the void, ready to be born again. Take a few more deep breaths. Letting it go, empty. Inhaling and being born. New in this moment. Exhaling, letting out go of the moment. Hold on to this thought as you're breathing in, new in the moment, letting go of the moment. Drop your hands down to your side or on your knees. Let's get on our knees. Hands on the knees. Shake the legs a little bit. Shake and just let go of any rubble, debris, thoughts that are not serving you. Let it go. So this yoga is going to be a real yoga of mind, body, soul connection. Emotions get in there. We're going to accept it all. We're going to just work with balancing and bringing it all back together. Into union. Now, drop your hands by your side. Inhale, raise up. Interlace your fingers. Place your palms toward the ceiling. Push the ceiling away. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And then exhale, drop. Again, inhale up with your arms. Inhale, lacing your arms. Inhale, pushing the ceiling. Inhale, 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 push that ceiling. And drop. 2 more times. Inhale, up with your arms, interlace your fingers. Inhale, pressing the ceiling. Inhale as you press, inhale as you press, and drop. Last one. Inhale, lift with your arms. Inhale, press your hands towards the ceiling. Inhale, inhale, keep pressing. Inhale, press, 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 and exhale, drop. Now drop your chin to your chest and just hang out here for a moment. Feel the weight of your head. Add the weight of your hand to your head and the weight of your second hand to your head. Just breathing here, remember, each breath in, you're new in the moment. Each breath out, you release the moment into the void and just exist in the void, ready to be reborn, new. Let's just take another deep breath down here, becoming new out of the void. And releasing into the void. Then release the hands. Inhale the head up. You are new. Drop the head over towards the shoulder, releasing that moment. Add the weight of your hand. Inhaling, being new. Exhaling into the void, letting go of everything you know. Inhale again to become new. Exhale, release, release. release, and just stay in the void for a moment before your next inhale. Inhale and become new. And this time release the hand, release everything, release up. And once again, in this moment, you are nothing in the void. Inhaling new. Exhaling to the other side. Drop your hand over your head. Release, release, release as you exhale. Stay in the void for a moment before you take a new breath to become new. And release that into the nothingness. Stay in the void. Inhale again. Exhale in the void. And release the hands. Inhale. And you are new. So just shake everything. Shake your hand. Shake your arms. Shake, 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 shake your head. Shake your body. Will your body. And as we're shaking, I'm going to impart a little wisdom. And then you may want to do this practice over with having these insights. Okay. Hold on to your knees. Inhale, lift up the back of your head. Exhale, collapse back, curling your back. We're going to do some of these rocks where you inhale, chest forward. Exhale, curl back. Do you remember who you are, truly are? Not a body, not a thought, but who you truly are integrated in the infinite, eternal now. Do you know yourself as an expression of the infinite, divine, creator source with the same capability to create as we attribute to that divine super being source that we tend to see as outside of ourselves, as established religions have led us to believe in order for us to choose to let go of our control. We say God did it. Who's God? What's God? If God is the only one source, then it stands to reason that all things that we experience and create come from that one source, God, including those who are made in the image of God as expressions of God himself. Now that word, God, is a human creation that we put to try to define the undefinable. And as we do that, we put that energy outside of ourselves, apart from ourselves. Yoga is about the union, it all being part of ourselves. It's a very scary thought to realize that you are creating the world. You are creating your world. I am creating my world. We've also been taught to keep looking outside of ourselves for causes, for reasons. We're going to shift our movement to a side-to-side movement. Up you go, arms to the side. We're going to swing side to side. As we continue our yoga of uniting heart, mind, body, emotions, soul, everything. The source, we're going to unite it all. That's what yoga is. So as we're going side to side, looking under your arm as much as possible, so you're not curving forward and just going to the side. How scary it is to realize that you are the cause of everything you're experiencing. And how does that happen? Well, let's look at what it said in the Bible. And God said, and so it was. What are you saying? What are you saying about yourself, about others in your life, about your world, about your community, about your country, about your clothes? What are you saying? Do you believe the one source created, as he said, as it said, and so it was? That's the magic. And the black magic is the spells we cast that interfere with our joy and fulfillment. And don't blame yourself. You've been taught to interfere with your joy and fulfillment a lot. How did you go from that 4-year-old that said, I can do anything, to the 10-year-old that says, I'm so stupid, I can't do this math problem? That was part of the programming within the system. We're going to just do 2 more on each side here. So it's about letting go of what is no longer serving you. Unprogramming. Last one each side. And this is the very last one. Arms out to the side and hug yourself. Give yourself a nice hug. You did great. Again, open and hug yourself. And why are you looking outside at what other people are doing, at what leaders are doing, or government's doing, or whatever? Why aren't you looking inside at what you're doing? What kind of spells are you casting with your words and your thoughts? Take responsibility and take control back. Don't give your power away to what you don't want. We're going to scoot back a little bit, turn to the side, stretch the legs out. Inhale, stretch the spine straight. Exhale, curl forward as far as you can with a straight spine, and then drop your head. Inhale again, stretch out from the base of your spine, up, 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 straight back, and exhale. First hinge forward at the lower back, then curl your back down towards your legs. 2 more times. Stretch from the lower of the back, reaching the belly towards the knees, up, 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 and exhale and curl forward. You decided to do this yoga, which is loving and caring for your body, which I highly recommend always doing. Drink enough water, eat healthy, organic foods, living foods, which is plants mostly, and fruits. Last one, stretch the base of your spine forward, straight back, curl forward. Because this body is a miraculous vehicle that gives you the opportunity to be in this soul school of earth, growing and learning and expanding your ability to love. Then one knee up, cross it over the other knee, placing the foot down. Grab that knee with the opposite hand and take your other hand behind you so you can stretch and open up and look behind you. And here we're going to breathe again. Remember, each breath in, you're new, just born. Each breath out, you release that moment and you go into the void. How long can you stay in the void before you take a breath in? And then slowly release that. Pull that knee straight into your body. In fact, what you can do is, we won't do that yet. Just pull it straight in under your armpit as much as possible. Back under your armpit. And then holding onto the foot and the knee, you can rock that leg back and forth. And this is loosening up your hips. Your hips, the center of your gravity, where you have so much, where your stability is. It bonds the upper torso, upper part to the lower, the legs that move you. Release that leg down and take the other leg up. This time I'm going to turn away from you, I think, right? Taking your opposite arm on that leg, the other arm behind you. Inhale, up. Exhale, twist. Remember, every inhale is new life. I'm just born now, in this moment. Exhale and go into the void. Inhale. Newly born, new life, new moment. Exhale, release that moment and rest in the void. And then release. Take that other foot up, this other knee up first. Pull the knee back under your armpit as much as possible. Then grab that foot and that knee and rock that leg back and forth. So allow yourself to reflect, to just observe yourself. Almost like a life review. You might have heard of when people pass, they first go through a life review. You don't have to wait till you pass. You can go through a life review at this moment and see how you want to do your new life, which can start within the same body. You don't have to let it go. Laying on your back. Pull your knees apart a little bit and pull them underneath your hips, underneath your armpits. Just try to get them underneath your armpits as much as you can. Grab behind the knees, allow them to straighten out, and pull them back underneath your armpits again. Allow them to straighten out. Pull them back. A couple more times. Stretch them out and pull them back. I highly suggest you get in touch with the lives of your ancestors that really allowed you to live today. You know how many people did not survive? So they had to be very innovative, very tolerable, persistent, accepting their situation, and making something from that. We have been too focused today on comforts, being entertained, being taken care of, especially if you live in the United States. But I think anywhere. The conditions of simple life, you can hold on to your outside of your feet now, elbows in. This is the child's pose, or the happy baby pose. and allow yourself to rock side to side. People had to build their homes with simple tools to survive. Those that didn't have the drive, the persistence, the endurance, building up the strength to survive, they didn't. And sometimes we look at the poor people in some of these third countries and think, oh, what a miserable life. But if you look at their faces, they smile more than we do. They're not worried. They're connected to the earth. Okay, release those legs down. You're going to place one leg down, cross the other leg over top. Try to get your knees together as much as possible. It can be a challenge. And then you're going to pull your bottom leg into you. So as much as you can get your knees together, do that. If your knees are like way out here, that's okay. But this is really stretching this IT band, which tends to get tight, especially if you're sitting a lot. So you just pull it into your chest. And then what you're going to do, keep holding on with the arm that's with the leg on top, and take the other arm and pull over to the side as much as possible. Okay, now you can drop this other arm and stretch it out to the side. Keep your shoulders down and just feel the stretch. Breathing, breathing. See, the little challenges you do for yourself, like even these little challenges in yoga, from wherever you are, appreciate what you can do. These little challenges that you practice over and over builds your strength, your flexibility, and your ability to thrive. Take a deep breath in. You're new, completely brand new in this moment. And exhale and release into the void. Then inhale and bring your leg up. Switch legs. Other leg goes on top. Trying to get your knees together as much as possible. And remember, if your knees are far apart, that's fine. But you want to try as much as possible. I'm going to have to scoot back so I don't fall off. Pull this knee into your body first. So, see, this one is tight. Pull it in. Just pull it in. Practice in your life. Every breath in, you're brand new. Let go of your judgments, of your prejudices, of your thoughts, and be like an infant exploring the world new. That's kind of why the 3 or 4-year-old can feel infinite, like they can do anything, like Superman, because they don't have these messages of, you can't. That isn't possible. They don't have those messages. They're just exploring what is possible. Let me try that. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing. You're going to take, how do I do that? Yeah, opposite hand on the leg and cross it over. We all have our challenges. Stretch your other arm out. Look towards the hand that's on the ground stretched out. And take some deep breaths here. Become new. Release into the void. Inhale, come new. And release into the void. And then slowly release it up. One last time, pulling the knees in, rocking them side to side. I just had a little realization. Drop the legs into Shavasana, and in Savasana, I can't even pronounce it right now. Legs slightly apart, arms by your side, palms up. Close your eyes, just go inside, relax, let everything go. And I will tell you my insight. So this is the food for thought. If God is eternal and omnipotent, with no beginning, no end, what if, excuse me, the Genesis story, in the beginning, which already is a contradiction to the concept that God is no beginning, no end. There was God hovering in the void. And God said, and so it was. Sorry, my dry throat. I was just flying. Continue in your Shavasana position, and I will continue telling you the insight after I take a drink of water. What if the story of Genesis is really the story of your breath? Every time you breathe in, out of the void, you say, let there be light, and there's light. You say, let there be a chair, and there's a chair. You say, let there be a building, and there's a building. Or let there be a tree, and there's a tree. And then as you exhale and go into the void, you're just in the void, an opportunity for a new beginning. What if every breath in is a new life? And every breath out into the void is the opportunity to rethink, to recreate a new life. And what if we actually translate that breath in and out to the lives we live, 70, 80, 93 years, that it's simply a birth into a creation that we make, a life we make. And when we release that life that we identify with the body, we go into the void to rethink, recreate, redesign another life that may be in a body or not in a body. What if? So, relaxing in your Shavasana, let it all go. Be in the void. Then, as you wish, take a deep breath in. Start wiggling your fingers and toes. Take another deep breath in. Stretch as long as you can on your bed, in your Shavasana, on your floor, wherever you are. And as you wish, you can roll over to the side into a fetal position and rest a moment here. And then gently push yourself back up, back into a seated position, either cross-legged or let your legs out, however you want with your legs. Now let's take our hands and let's rub the palms together. Feel the heat that you create by your movement and your choice to move. place that heat right over your heart. Connect into your heart. This is your source of life, right in your heart, radiating out to your entire body, to all those around you. Now focus on your joy, everything that brings you joy. Cute puppies, babies, a sunset, anything that brings you joy. Give yourself this opportunity to really collect and gather all your joy, memories, thoughts, energy. Allow that joy through your heart to expand through your whole body. Fill yourself with that joy. Fill, fill, fill. Fill until you radiate joy. Releasing anything that is not joy. And just filling with that joy, radiating joy as a sun. As a sun. Giving life as the sun through your joy. Now place your hands together in prayer position. Thank yourself. I thank you. Now open your hands to receive more joy, blessings, delight in this moment and in all the moments of this day, of this week, and the rest of your life. Thank you for participating in this heart yoga. I highly suggest you do this one over several times to really go into the depth of the union with all which yoga is. See you next Sunday and receive your blessings. Go forth receiving your blessings.